Okay, so last time we saw Arjuna, this incredible warrior, just completely broken on the battlefield. He basically said, I can't fight.
Yeah, absolutely overcome. Seeing his own family, his teachers on the other side,
Yeah.
just paralyzed by sorrow, by emotional turmoil.
But then right in that moment, you have Lord Krishna. He's the charioteer, sure, but he suddenly steps up and becomes something more.
Exactly. He becomes the voice of, well, divine wisdom. And that's where we're really diving in today. We're focusing on chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya Yoga. And our mission really is to unpack Krishna's first big teachings about the soul, about duty, karma.
Foundational stuff.
Foundational, exactly. The core idea. True knowledge, it really starts when we can, rise above the immediate emotion, the overwhelm, and grasp something deeper.
Like the eternal nature of the soul, the Atma.
Precisely, the Atma. So we want to give you a way to kind of absorb this core wisdom, maybe a bit more directly.
It's quite a shift for Arjuna, though. He goes from arguing, despairing, to suddenly being, well, humble, confused, yes, but ready to listen. It feels like a real moment of surrender.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
He realizes his own thinking, his own emotions, they aren't enough. He needs something more.
Yeah.
And this surrender, it's crucial. It's captured perfectly in shloka 2.7. Arjuna says, well, let me share the Sanskrit and then the meaning. Karpanya doshopahata swabhava, perchamitva dhammasamishasita, yakriyasyan nichitara bruyitan, mishiyasta sarimatva prapana. Which basically means, my heart is overwhelmed, I'm weak, confused about my duty, I'm asking you. Tell me clearly what's best. I am your disciple, surrendered to you. Please instruct me.
Wow, please instruct me. That's the turning point.
It is. He stops arguing, like you said, and he starts listening. And really, for any of us seeking deeper understanding, that's kind of the key, isn't it? Moving from resistance to receptivity.
And Krishna, sensing that opening, he doesn't hesitate. He goes right to the heart of Arjuna's problem.
Straight away. He tackles the fundamental misunderstanding. What are we? What is the true self? The soul, the Atma?
It has to be the first lesson, doesn't it?
It seems so. He starts by explaining how the soul continues, even as the body changes all the time. Think about shloka 2.13. Dehinos minyata dehe kamara yauvanayara, tata dehantara pratirtiras, tatra namuyati kamen. Meaning, just as the soul passes from childhood to youth to old age in this body.
Right, we see that happen.
So too, it passes into another body at death. And the wise person, they're not disturbed by this.
So it's not just like philosophy about later, it's hitting Arjuna's fear right now.
Directly. It's a radical idea. You are not this body that feels pain and fear. Your true identity is untouched by all these changes, even death. It changes how you see loss, failure, everything.
And he doubles down on that, doesn't he? With shloka 2.1, emphasizing it's not just continuous, but indestructible.
Exactly. He takes it even further. Listen to this. Najatam nyadiva kadachin, nayabutva bhavita, Vatibala Burya. Ayunite Shishvato Yapurachun. Nahanyate Hanyamane Shere. Basically, the soul is never born, nor does it ever die. It's eternal. It's indestructible beyond time. It isn't killed when the body is killed.
Not slain when the body is slain. That's incredibly powerful in a battlefield context.
It's directly relevant. Krishna is reminding him, look, what seems to die here in this war, it's just the temporary body. The housing.
But the soul, the real you.
The real you, the Atma, remains untouched. That insight is absolutely key if you want to rise above that crippling emotional attachment to the physical form, which was Arjuna's huge block.
It gives you a different kind of resilience almost.
An inherent identity, yeah. Something that lasts beyond the chaos.
Okay, so once that bedrock is laid, you are the eternal soul. Where does Krishna go next? How do you live like that?
Right, the practical application. And that leads straight into karma yoga, the path of selfless action.
Which ties directly back to Arjuna's big dilemma, should I fight or not?
Exactly. Krishna gives him the principle of acting, but without attachment to the results. This is shloka 2.47, and it's huge.
Yeah.
Karma yavadikaras, te ma faleo kadagane, ma karma phala hetur burmat saukistava karmachith. It translates to, you have the right to perform your duties, but you are never entitled to the fruits, the results of your actions. Don't let the result be your motive, and don't be attached to not acting either.
Wow, okay, that verse. You hear it quoted all the time, and for good reason.
Absolutely.
Such a potent idea. Do your duty, focus on the action itself, without getting tangled up emotionally in whether you win, lose, succeed, fail. That sounds hard, but also incredibly freeing, especially today.
It is freeing. Think about how much anxiety comes from fixating on outcomes we can't fully control. This is about finding inner balance. And Krishna elaborates on that balance in 2.38. Sukhadoke somatuvi lavhalabao jai jao, tato yutaya yujyasva naiva papamavsyasi, meaning, treat pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat is the same, then fight, meaning do your duty without attachment, and you won't incur sin.
Treat them as the same, pleasure and pain, gain and loss. That's radical equanimity.
It is. It's about staying grounded in your dharma, your righteous path, your duty, no matter the external ups and downs. Staying steady when everything inside you wants to react to winning or losing.
So it's building this inner foundation of wisdom, understanding the soul, and then acting from that place with detachment.
Precisely. And Krishna also talks about what distinguishes someone guided by this wisdom from someone just tossed around by desires and emotions.
How do you reach that state of inner peace then?
He uses this beautiful metaphor in shloka 2.70. It's about the ocean. Puryamacham akala pratyat samudram apa pravishanti yadvatyo. Tadvat kame ya pravishanti sarve sachanting apnoti na kama kame. It means, just like rivers flow into the ocean, but the ocean remains full and undisturbed.
Yeah, the ocean just takes it all in.
In the same way, desires enter the person who is steady in knowledge, and that person finds peace. Not the person who is constantly chasing desires.
That's really interesting. So peace doesn't come from getting everything you want.
Apparently not.
It comes from developing this inner stability, this wisdom, so that when desires come, they just flow in like rivers into the ocean without churning everything up.
That's the idea. You're not suppressing them necessarily, but they don't destabilize you. Your inner state, your peace, isn't dependent on fulfilling every single one.
Amazing. Okay, so summing up Chapter 2.
Well, Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. It really lays the groundwork for the whole spiritual path in the Gita. It gives us these two massive pillars. First, understand your true nature. You are the eternal soul, not the temporary body.
Right, the Atma.
And second, understand the purpose of action. Perform your duties righteously, but without selfish attachment to the results. Karma Yoga.
It's like the essential toolkit for inner peace and purposeful living.
You could say that. It's foundational.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Chapter 2, maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. What does this idea of duty without attachment actually mean for you in your own life, your work, your relationships? Where could that apply? Something to ponder.